Should I give up manifesting my specific person? I've had this question 2 times this week from clients, so I want to record this video because I think it will be helpful for lots of other people as well. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your Muse Tracy. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you're definitely welcome to subscribe to my channel. So yes, like I said, this is a question that I've gotten 2 times this week from clients, and I want to make this video to help anyone else that has this question. So first, I want to start with desire comes from within. So no one should be telling you what is best for you to manifest or not manifest. So if you still have the desire for your specific person, you do not need to give up manifesting them. You may need to give up some other things, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But don't let anyone tell you that you need to give up on your desire ever. Don't let them tell you that and run in the other direction instead of listening to whatever else they might have to say. So if your desire changes, you no longer have the desire for your specific person, then yes, of course, you can give up manifesting them and move on. Desires do change sometimes. However, you have to be careful to distinguish between giving up because of frustration, in other words, thinking this is impossible, why am I even trying? That's not really you not having the desire. That's you giving up out of, feeling like you can't do something. So it's better to give up rather than to keep trying, keep running into a brick wall that is always going to be a brick wall. So make sure you're not moving on due to lack or limitation. I do not recommend this. And here's why. Your desires come from within, as I've already said, and they are given to you by your higher self. Now, there's also usually a purpose to your desires. Have you noticed? I've talked about this in other videos about how your desires are often just bigger or outside of your current belief system, your current programming. And that is sometimes the case with your specific person. So the point I'm trying to make here is that if you are moving on from lack or limitation, your higher self isn't going to just let you move on because you're holding that limitation. No, the very reason you have the desire is to bust through that limitation. That's why your higher self gave you the desire in the first place. So your higher self isn't just going to be like, oh, okay, well, we'll just do something else then. No, your higher self is going to keep putting the desire on your radar, and ignoring this is not going to work out well for you. Denying your own desires is not the path to freedom or enlightenment. It's actually the opposite. So, learning to let go of the lack and limitation that is blocking your desire is the path to freedom and enlightenment, if you want to call it that. If you want to call it more self-realization, more connection with your true self, more alignment with your true nature, whatever you want to call it. So it's not your desire that you ever have to let go of. It's the false layers wrapped around you, the self-concept that says you're not enough or that you don't get to have what you want. That is what you want to let go of. That's what you want to let go of. And again, that's the purpose of your desire. You guys, if you can get this, you will break through so much illusion so much faster. That's the point of your desires. This is what I'll teach you in my upcoming 8-week group coaching program. Easy for me to say. Manifest Your Specific Person, which is currently 50% off. You can check out the link down below if you're interested. This 50% off probably won't happen again, and you will have lifetime access to the current course and any future upgrades. So come and join me in there. You won't regret that decision at all. So what does it mean to let go of the false layers? Well, first you have to understand who you are, the creator of your reality, and then you have to understand what your reality is. And this includes your specific person. And your reality, simply put, is your mirror. So it is not truth. It is not real. It is not final. It is not actual limitation. No, it is the illusion of your programming. Your reality is the illusion of your programming. You're living in the hologram, the holographic experience of your own limiting beliefs about yourself, about the other person, about your reality, everything. Everything is made up specifically to your limiting beliefs, right? There's nothing random. There's nothing that just is. No, everything is specifically catered to you. It's your reality. So once you understand these things and really once you understand, you can start to, you understand who you are and you understand what your reality is, then you can start to understand the false layers that have been wrapped around you and you can start to let them go. If you don't understand who you are and what your reality is, you'll think what you're doing here is using your mind to change someone else or to change something outside of you. And that's never the case. So you'll also think that the things outside of you are actually real, right? Because again, you're not understanding that everything is just your creation. It's a reflection of what you hold deep within you, right? If you don't have that perspective, you'll think that the outside reality, the 3D reality, is actually real. You can't really start from that place. You can't start from that place. I mean, you can, but again, you'll have this false idea that you're going to now use your mental faculties to go and I'm it doesn't work that way, you guys. I'm not, you start where you start, right? And if you are approaching things in that way, it's totally fine. I've been there. I've been there. We all start somewhere, right? And I've been there. But if you're here watching me, I'm letting you know about what's really going on. And the first step is for you to understand who you are and what your reality is. You're the creator. Out there is just a reflection of you. So we always start with this. This is what I start with all the group coaching programs, all of my courses, with my one-on-one clients. We have to start here because this is the truth and this is the foundation that you'll build everything else upon, right? So, as I was saying before I went off on a tangent, if you don't know who you are and what your reality is, then you'll think you're using your mind, faculties, the capacity of your mind to change something or someone outside of you. That's never, ever, ever the case. And it would be like you standing in front of a mirror, not liking your outfit or not liking the expression on your face and reaching out to do something to change the mirror, right? And that sounds silly because we know that that's not how a mirror works. Well, that's not how your reality works either. But because we've been conditioned, society will continue to try to condition you and train you that, out there is just happening, that out there actually has power. Society wants you to think that so that you stay small and you don't use your power and you just become like a cog in the machinery of society. But you know better now. And, so you have to break out of this. You have to break out of this conditioning. And we have been conditioned and, it's a big deal to break out of this, but you can do it. You're meant to do it, actually. You're meant to do it. So, if you don't break out of this conditioning, then you think that action or talking or doing something is the way to get change. And that will be how you try to approach things. And I'm sure you've already discovered that doesn't work with your specific person. So it's first understanding this. This is why I teach this again in all of my courses with my one-on-one clients. This is the foundation that everything else is built upon, right? And you can't build what you need to build upon the false perception of reality that we've been taught to believe in. It's not real. It's not real. So you have to first let go of that illusion and get things the right way around. This is where you always start, because once you have this the right way around, then you're not going to fall prey of thinking that there's actual limitation out there, that there's actually something that you can't do, and that you actually need to give up on your desire. You're not going to think that, okay? If you have things the right way around, if you've integrated that you are the creator and out there is the reflection, you can still be getting an unwanted reflection, but you're not a victim to that reflection. You go, okay, I see yes, I did used to believe that. And there it is, being shown to me crystal clear. Right? It becomes so crystal clear if you're honest with yourself. And you have to be honest with yourself in this process of manifesting. You can't look out there and go, where did that come from? I have no idea. I've never thought about that. No, be honest with yourself. Have you thought something that created that? You probably have. And, a lot of things do get created unconsciously, especially the unwanted things. We thought about them unconsciously, but that's when you look deeper into your programming, into your belief system. And then you may not remember the conscious thoughts that you have. But if you look deeper, you do find, oh, I do believe the thing that supports that showing up, right? And so you start to see the things reflecting you. And the more you can acknowledge that your deeply subconscious beliefs about you, about the other person, about reality are being shown to you, the more you feel that this is just me. That's just me. Okay. Okay. And then you have to have compassion for yourself and forgiveness for yourself. These layers of conditioning, you didn't choose them. We didn't choose the layers. Okay. They were all just projected onto us before we knew that we had a choice. But now we know we have a choice and we're making really good choices. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's not necessarily a good choice for you to give up out of lack or limitation. It's not. And why? Why am I saying it? I'll repeat it. Not because I don't think it's a good thing. This isn't about my opinion. It's because your desires are given by your higher self, and they're given for a reason. Everything is for a reason, okay? There's not just like, oh, this sounds cool. No, there's a reason. And the reason is expansion. It's shedding these false layers. And so you have a desire that is bumping up against your false layers of yourself. Well, why is that? Your higher self wants you to shed those layers. Everything in the universe is going to support you if you just have the courage to break out of this societal conditioning that I'm talking about. Everything is going to support you. The whole universe wants you to do this. You're going to be supported, but you have to be, a little bit brave. It does. It takes courage. It takes bravery because, again, we're going against everything that we've been taught, everything that we've always believed, and likely everything that everyone around you still believes and operates from. But you are going to, have to be the brave one. And so again, this is the purpose of your desires. So you never have to give up your desires. They are there for a reason, and they're there to push you to go beyond these false layers, these false limitations, and to reconnect you back to the truth of who you truly are, which is infinite, powerful, love, abundant, worthy, right? This is the truth. And these things wrapped around you, they are not truth. And so should you give up your manifesting on your specific person? Well, only if the desire is truly no longer there. Not if you are giving up due to fear of not being able to do it, because you have the desire because you are able to do it. Your higher self also isn't going to give you a desire that you're not able, you're not capable of, you're not completely capable of manifesting and experiencing. That is what I would call torture. And your higher self is not, interested in torturing you. Okay. So if you have the desire, you're meant to experience it. You have the ability to experience. You have the complete ability to manifest it. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. And your desire, yes, currently might be outside of your comfort zone or your belief system. That's by design. That's not by mistake. That's by design. So I'm going to say for most people, the answer is no. But again, this is not me, what I think you should do. It's that most likely the desire hasn't left you, okay? Because it's not usually how desires work. Again, it's from your higher self, it's for a reason. It's not just gonna be poof, not there. Now, sometimes if it's a false desire, like an ego desire or something, then yeah, those things can leave. But if it's a true desire, one that isn't leaving you, you do not ever have to give up on that desire, and you are meant to experience that in all of its fullness, in all of, physicality, not just in your internal space. Go and watch my last video where I talked more about that. So I intend this is super helpful for you guys. I know this is probably a question that not just my two clients had, but many other people have as well. And if you want to know what it really takes to manifest your specific person, come and join me in my 8-week group coaching program. We start April 10th. Take advantage of the discount. You'll have lifetime access. I can't wait to see you in there and work with you in this amazing program.